In a historic move, the House of Commons has voted for a bill to block a no-deal Brexit.
The ayes to the right, 327. The noes to the left, 299.
This moment marks a huge setback for Boris Johnson, making his life much more difficult. So what happens next? Now that the bill's passed the House of Commons, it's got to get through the House of Lords, where an almighty parliamentary battle is raging.
And in those circumstances, we are faced with the ultimate guillotine, if you like, of seeing the business in this House stopped.
More than 100 wrecking amendments have been tabled by Conservative peers, which is going to slow down the process. If, after all the delays, the bill passes, the Prime Minister will be under extreme pressure to accept a law that would require him to secure a Brexit extension. So, in an attempt to preempt this, Boris Johnson challenged Jeremy Corbyn to support a snap election in the hope that he'd be able to win a parliamentary majority and undo the decisions made by MPs. Boris Johnson wants an election on the 15th of October so that voters can decide whether they support his approach to Brexit before the 31st of October deadline. But the Labour leader said not so fast. He said an election is fine by him, but only after no deal has officially been taken off the table.
The offer of the election today is a bit like the offer of an apple to Snow White and the Wicked Queen.
So during the second of two major votes tonight, Labour MPs abstained. That meant Boris Johnson's attempt to force a snap election failed.
The ayes to the right, 298. The noes to the left, 56.
What we don't know is if Labour will support an early election once the bill to block a no-deal Brexit becomes law. Jeremy Corbyn implied that that's what he wanted, but Keir Starmer, the shadow Brexit secretary, said that he didn't want an election until after a Brexit extension. This is all setting up Monday as the day of destiny. It's the last day on which a 15th of October election could be called. So if the bill to block a no-deal Brexit has gone through the Lords by then and becomes law, will Jeremy Corbyn agree to an early election or not? He has long said he wants an election as soon as possible, and he thinks he can win it.
The public do deserve an election.
But many Labour MPs think that if they deny Boris Johnson an election and pass a law requiring a Brexit extension, the Prime Minister would be trapped. It would be utterly humiliating for him to ask for an extension, so he would probably have to resign. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen. We don't know if the rebel bill will get through the House of Lords. If it fails, Boris Johnson will limp on as Prime Minister. But if it succeeds, Jeremy Corbyn will have to decide on Monday what happens next.